Here's everyone who's ever gone after the Dragon Balls, what they wanted to wish for, and whether they succeeded or failed in their goal. And I mean literally everyone. To start things off, despite not many of you knowing this, there's the guy from history who managed to gather the Dragon Balls and wish to become the king of the world. Just like that, the entire world was united under his rule. This happened a long time before the events of the original Dragon Ball story. Then there's the wish that happened after Goku's birth. You see, back when Bardock was on planet Cereal, Monaito, the local Namekian, summoned Turanbo, the dragon of the Cerealian Dragon Balls. Monaito wanted to use the wish to send Bardock back to his home planet, but Bardock refused and asked for a different wish. He asked for his two sons to thrive, and well, Turanbo granted that wish. Now, starting with the actual story, we've got Bulma, the very first character in the Dragon Ball series to go after the Dragon Balls. In fact, her quest for the Dragon Balls is what led to her meeting Goku in the first place. It's kind of crazy how her wish for a wonderful boyfriend is what started everything. As far as whether she achieved her goal, well, she did meet Yamcha, but this was not due to the Dragon Ball wishes. Next up, we have the successful wish of Goku that, yeah, not many people knew this was the case. What do I mean by that? You see, in the past, Goku used the Dragon Balls and wished that a perfect mobile game was created. Thus, Shenron did his magic, and Raid Shadow Legends came to exist. Hear me out, because you'll want to use the promo code I have for a special reward in the end. Constant monthly updates, incredibly fun and engaging gameplay that, quite honestly, resembles the core theme of Dragon Ball as much as it gets. AKA, the more you train and the more you play the game, the stronger you become. And why should you download Raid Shadow Legends now of all times? Well, because now they are running a special event in which, by clicking the link in the description down below and using code Monkey King, you are getting the legendary Sun Wukong completely free of charge. And yeah, for any die-hard Dragon Ball fans, you must know that Goku is actually inspired by Sun Wukong himself, and this should probably tell you just how epic it'll be to use him in-game. He can steal all buffs from all enemies before attacking them, place block bluffs on all targets, and he has a powerful passive which will revive him fully. I mean, what more do you need? The promo code Monkey King will be available only within the first 72 hours of registering, and only for new players after downloading the game via my link. Make sure to use it before the 30th of April for it to still be redeemable. And yet, that's not all. Players can get the legendary champion Alice the Wanderer for free, along with a bunch of rewards, simply by opening Raid on 14 different days, including Alice the Wanderer on day 7 and a 2-star perfect soul for her on day 14. You must start by March 26th to earn Alice this way. Download the game now through my link in the description down below, or scan this QR code and get your hands on the likes of Alice the Wanderer, Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, Knave of Hearts, and the fearsome Queen of Hearts. Plus, Raid is currently going crazy as the producers are gifting new users both Zargala upon registration and Rector Drath upon reaching level 25. So, what are you waiting for? Support the channel and have fun playing the game. Download Raid Shadow Legends today using the link in the description down below. And once you're in, come find me under the name Anime Aniki. Join my clan and let's become legends together. But now, let's get back to our video. Next up is Emperor Pilaf and his gang. They wanted to use the Dragon Balls to make Pilaf the ruler of the world. They actually got really close. I mean, they even managed to summon Shenron, but their plan was completely ruined when Oolong jumped in at the last second and yelled out the first thing that came to mind, which, in this case, was a pair of panties. Basically, Pilaf and Bulma failed, while Oolong succeeded. But in Oolong's case, it was the spur-of-the-moment kind of thing. Next, we've got the Red Ribbon Army. They were also gathering the Dragon Balls for world domination, but just between you and me, Commander Red's real plan was to use the Dragon Balls to wish to become taller. Of course, they fail because Goku ends up ruining all their plans. After that, Goku befriends a little guy named Upa, whose father was killed by mercenary Tao. Goku promises to bring Upa's father back to life using the Dragon Balls. He gets the 4-star ball, which belonged to Upa's father, 2 from the Red Ribbon Army, 1 from mercenary Tao, and although he needs fortune teller Baba's help for the last one, he finds out that it's with Emperor Pilaf and gets it. Goku summons Shenron at Cornin's tower, and Upa wishes for his father to be brought back to life. Mission success! Moving on, King Piccolo teams up with the Pilaf gang and gathers gathers the Dragon Balls. Instead of wishing to rule the world directly, he wishes to retain his youth, thus restoring his full strength. After making the wish, he kills Shenron to prevent anyone else from undoing his actions. With his power restored, King Piccolo takes over the world by force, unleashing chaos, eliminating strong fighters, and installing his own rule until Goku eventually defeats him. This is one of the most iconic arcs in Dragon Ball, setting the stage for Piccolo's later redemption through his reincarnation, Piccolo Jr. Though, Kami ultimately revives Shenron to thank Goku for defeating King Piccolo. This is when the Dragon Balls are gathered one last time in the original Dragon Ball series. This time, the wish is to revive Krillin, Master Roshi, Chaozu, and everyone else killed by King Piccolo and his sons. Yamcha is the one who makes this wish. Moving on to Dragon Ball Z. There's Vegeta and Nappa. After they learn about Earth's Dragon Balls, they decide to use them to wish for immortality. In fact, the reason they come to Earth isn't for avenging Raditz or even getting even with Kakarot. It's for the Dragon Balls. But well, they fail when Piccolo sacrifices himself and Earth's Dragon Balls are rendered useless. Meanwhile, Bulma and the others had already gathered the Dragon Balls. So after Goku completes his training at King Kai's planet, Master Roshi uses the Dragon Balls to bring Goku back to life. Of course, Vegeta still doesn't give up, even after getting mauled by the Z-Fighters. He heads to Namek to use their Dragon Balls to make himself immortal, but he fails again. The Frieza Force also invades planet Namek to get the Dragon Balls and to grant Frieza immortality, but just like Vegeta, they fail because they don't know the Namekian language. The one who actually manages to use the Dragon Balls during the Namek saga is Dende. He summons Porunga and gets 3 wishes. The first wish is to revive Piccolo. The second is to teleport Piccolo to Namek. As for the third wish, Vegeta tries to force Dende into making him immortal. But before the wish can be made, Grand Elder Guru, the creator of Namek's Dragon Balls, dies, which causes the Dragon Balls to turn to stone. But later, after everyone killed by Frieza and his henchman is revived, Porunga reappears. This time, Dende uses the third wish to teleport everyone except Goku and Frieza to planet Earth. Now, the wish to revive everyone killed by Frieza and his henchmen was actually made using Earth's Dragon Balls. After Piccolo was revived, Kami also came back to life, which in turn reactivated Earth's Dragon Balls. And so, Mr. Popo used them to make the wish. Okay, so while Earth's Dragon Balls take 365 days to become active again, the Namekian Dragon Balls only need 130 days. This is because a Namekian year is shorter than an Earth year. And even though the Namekians and their Dragon Balls were on Earth at this time, the Namekian Dragon Balls still followed their 130-day cycle. When they become active, Dende and the gang summon Porunga in West City. For their wish, they ask for the souls of Krillin and Goku to be moved to Earth's check-in station in the afterlife. However, only Krillin's soul is moved because it's revealed that Goku was still alive. The second wish is to revive Krillin, which works because by this point, Earth's Dragon Balls could no longer revive him. As for the third wish, they ask for Goku to be teleported to Earth, but Porunga explains that Goku doesn't want to return yet. So instead, they use the third wish to bring Yamcha back to life. My boy Yamcha's life was less important than Goku's Uber ride. Damn! Fast forward another 130 days, and the Namekian Dragon Balls on Earth are gathered again. This time, the first wish is used to resurrect Chaozu, the second to resurrect Tien, and the third is to move all the Namekians, except Piccolo and Kami, to a new home, which is later renamed New Namek. Sometime before the androids entered the picture, the Pilaf gang managed to gather the Dragon Balls and wished for their youth to be restored. Shenron granted their wish, but instead of simply becoming eternally youthful, they were turned into children. This actually ends up being the last wish future Shenron grants, as Piccolo permanently dies in the future timeline. In the main timeline, Earth's Dragon Balls become useless again when Piccolo and Kami fuse to become one being. Since the Dragon Balls were still needed, Goku travels to New Namek and brings Dende back to Earth to become the new Guardian. Dende revives the Dragon Balls and also does a little bit of remodeling. Thanks to the remodeling, Shenron is now able to grant multiple wishes, usually 2, but sometimes 3, if one of the first 2 wishes isn't about reviving a stupid number of people. These renewed Dragon Balls are used after Cell's defeat. Yamcha makes the first wish and asks Shenron to revive everyone killed by Cell. Then, for the second wish, Krillin asks Shenron to turn androids 17 and 18 into humans. But when Shenron explains that that wish is beyond his power, Krillin asks for the self-destruction bombs inside 17 and 18 to be removed instead, which Shenron does. Next, we have the Buu Saga. After Majin Vegeta's rampage during the World Martial Arts Tournament, Bulma gathers the Dragon Balls to revive everyone who was killed that day. This was a powerful wish, which meant that they only had one wish left. And before anyone could ask for another wish, Goku shows up using instant transmission and stops stops them. After discussing it with Shenron, they decide to save the second wish for later. The Dragon Balls go dormant as usual, but they remain inactive for only 4 months instead of the usual year. Then, during the final battle against Kid Buu, Vegeta asks Dende, Old Kai, and Kibito Kai to head to New Namek and summon Porunga for 2 wishes. The first wish is to restore Earth to how it was before Kid Buu destroyed it. The second wish is to revive everyone who died since the 25th World Martial Arts Tournament, except the evil ones like Babidi, Dabura, and the rest. That leaves 1 wish still available, and Dende uses it to ask Porunga to restore Goku's strength to normal. This gives Goku enough energy to go Super Saiyan and send the Spirit Bomb straight into Kid Buu. Kid Buu is now finally defeated. As for the pending wish from Earth's Dragon Balls, once the 4 months are up, they gather them again and use the wish to erase the memory of Majin Buu from everyone on Earth, except Goku and his friends. That's all for Dragon Ball Z. Next, we've got Dragon Ball Daima. Dragon Ball Daima starts with 3 individuals from the Demon Realm arriving on Earth to make a wish. Their wish is to turn everyone who fought Majin Buu and their friends into children. If someone is already a child, they're turned into a baby. These 3 individuals are Neva, the legendary Namekian, Goma, the new Supreme Demon King, and Degisu. At this point, the Dragon Balls are still inactive because of the previous wish that erased everyone's memories of Majin Buu, but Neva somehow uses his abilities and reactivates the Dragon Balls. Once they're usable again, Goma makes his wish, and the main cast is turned into children. Goma then asks Shenron to give him the evil third eye, but looks like Shenron isn't chill like that, because he reveals that a first-timer like Goma would get only 1 wish, unlike the regulars. And with that, Shenron disappears. After making his wish, Goma kidnaps Dende and takes him to the Demon Realm. Then, Glorio, who is also from the Demon Realm, arrives on Earth and explains what's going on. This sets up the main plot of Daima, where Goku and the others are supposed to rescue Dende from the Demon Realm and stop Goma. Once they're in the Demon Realm, they also begin collecting the 3 Demon Realm Dragon Balls so that they can eventually use them to revert back to normal. These 3 Dragon Balls are scattered across the 3 worlds of the Demon Realm, and each Dragon Ball is guarded by an absurdly powerful Tamagami. Goku manages to get the 3-star ball from Tamagami number 3. Then Vegeta gets the 2-star ball from Tamagami number 2. However, by the time they reach the first world to take on Tamagami number 1, the 1-star Dragon Ball has already been taken by Majin Do and Majin Ku. As for Majin Do and Majin Ku, they are working with Dr. Arinsu, the Vice Supreme Demon King. Plus, it's revealed that Dr. Arinsu was also in contact with Glorio, who had been traveling with Goku and the others. Basically, when Goku and Vegeta collected the 3-star and 2-star Dragon Balls, they were helping Dr. Arinsu in her plan to gather all the Dragon Balls. After Majin Ku and Do take the 1-star ball from Tamagami number 1, Dr. Arinsu and Majin Ku confront Goku and the others. Dr. Arinsu reveals her goal to use the Demon Realm Dragon Balls to wish to become the new Supreme Demon King who wields the greatest magic power. She proposes a battle where the winner takes all 3 Dragon Balls. But before this can be resolved, Goma enters the chat with the 3rd evil eye as the final boss. In the middle of all this, Dr. Arinsu asks Glorio to bring her the 3 Dragon Balls. He summons Demon Realm Porunga and starts speaking to Porunga in the Namekian language. Dr. Arinsu thinks that he's asking Porunga to make her the new Supreme Demon King, but Glorio makes a completely different wish. He wishes for everyone on Earth who was turned into children or babies by Goma's wish to return back to normal. Yes, Goku and the gang succeeded with their wish, while Dr. Arinsu fails. Next, we have the transition period between the events of Dragon Ball Daima and Dragon Ball Super. During this time, the Namekian Dragon Balls are used to bring King Kai's planet back. While King Kai hoped for a bigger and better version of his planet, Goku makes sure to disappoint him by telling Porunga to restore the planet exactly how it was before Semi-Perfect Cell destroyed it. Alright, moving on to Dragon Ball Super. We start off with when Goku summons Shenron in order to learn more about the Super Saiyan God. Shenron explains the method to achieve this transformation, which sets up everything for the Battle of Gods in the God of Destruction Beerus Saga. After the Beerus Saga, the Pilaf gang summons Shenron again, but before they can make a wish of their own, they are interrupted by Sorbet and Tagoma from the Frieza Force. Sorbet and Tagoma force them to use the first wish to revive Frieza. Frieza is then revived in pieces, as Shenron can only restore him to the state he was in at the time of his death. As for the second and third wishes, Shu and Mai from the Pilaf gang use them for silly stuff. Shu gets 1,000,000 zenny, and Mai asks for ice cream. Though, I guess 1,000,000 zenny is not that silly. Also, let me point out that this is different in the manga. In the manga, it is Sorbet and Tagoma, not the Pilaf gang, who gather the Dragon Balls to revive Frieza. Around the same time, Kibito Kai uses the Namekian Dragon Balls to undo his fusion and separate back into Kibito and Shin. But this has since been retconned because the fusion is undone in Daima anyway. Porunga is summoned again after Goku kills Frieza. The wish this time is used to revive Piccolo, who was killed by Frieza during the Golden Frieza saga. Next are the Super Dragon Balls. While Champa had already collected 6 of the 7 Super Dragon Balls, it was up to Beerus, Goku, and the others to search for the 7th ball. They summoned Shenron to ask if he knows the location of the final ball, but Shenron has no idea. Bulma decides to go ahead with the original plan of creating a Super Dragon radar, which they can then use to locate the 7th Super Dragon Ball from the very center of the universe. Still, it was up to the tournament between Universe 6 and Universe 7 to decide who gets to use the Super Dragon Balls. By the way, when Goku and the others summoned Shenron to ask about the 7th Super Dragon Ball, they still technically needed to make a wish after he couldn't provide any useful information. But Beerus just tells Shenron to scram, and well, Shenron accepts this as the wish and leaves. After Universe 7 wins the Tournament of Destroyers, Whis summons Super Shenron to grant their team's wish. Beerus tells Whis what to wish for, and so Whis wishes for Universe 6's Earth to be restored, along with its human population. Zamasu then gathers the Super Dragon Balls and wishes to switch bodies with Goku. Though there's also a bonus chapter where it's revealed that he first wished to switch bodies with Monaka because he thought Monaka was the stronger one. Then, in the future Trunks timeline, Goku Black and future Zamasu summon Super Shenron, and future Zamasu wishes for immortality. This is the first time in the Dragon Ball canon where a character actually succeeded in getting their wish for immortality. Now, future Zamasu makes another wish in the future timeline, which is to destroy the Super Dragon Balls in his timeline. After Goku Black and future Zamasu are done with the Super Dragon Balls, they destroy them, so no one else can wish for anything that may threaten them or their plans. Anyway, after Zamasu is defeated and over 4 months have passed since Beerus told Shenron to scram, Goku gathers the Dragon Balls to finally make things right with King Kai and wish him back to life. They had 2 wishes, and because Gohan's daughter Pan had a bad fever, Gohan uses the first wish to cure her. Then, when Goku is about to use the second wish to bring King Kai back to life, he ends up taking too long. Shenron gets annoyed and leaves before Goku can make the wish. Next is the Universal Survival Saga, where the Tournament of Power takes place. In this tournament, it's established that the winner, chosen from among the 80 fighters from 8 participating universes, will be granted any wish they want by Super Shenron. Naturally, everyone has their own wish. For example, Jiren wanted to revive his master, Frieza wanted to reign over all gods, including the Omni Kings, and Vegeta wanted to bring back Universe 6. However, the one who ultimately wins the tournament is Android 17, and his wish is to restore the 7 universes that were erased for losing the Tournament of Power. During the Broly saga, Chi-Lai and Lemmo summon him to make a wish for Broly to be sent back to planet Vampa just as he's about to be killed by Gogeta's Limit Ultra Kamehameha. In the Galactic Patrol Prisoner saga, an evil wizard named Moro seeks out the Namekian Dragon Balls. He learns about them from Cranberry, a former soldier of the Frieza Force who was imprisoned in the same galactic prison as Moro. After learning about the Dragon Balls, Moro decides to make Cranberry one of his goons. On New Namek, Cranberry defeats Elder Mori and uses a mind control and translating device on a young Namekian named Eska to summon Porunga. That gives them 3 wishes. Cranberry uses the first wish to restore his own health, and Moro then warns Cranberry to not betray him. So, Cranberry obeys and uses the second wish to restore Moro's magic. For the third wish, Cranberry tries to use it to hide in a place where not even Moro can find him. But before he can say the wish, Moro stabs him and uses the third wish himself to release all of the galactic prisoners. Now, after Moro is defeated by Goku, the Namekian Dragon Balls are used to summon Porunga. Porunga restores the planets that were destroyed by Moro and revives everyone killed by him and his henchmen, including Grand Elder Mori and the Zun Seijin. Next, in the Granola the Survivor saga, Granola steals one of the 2 Cerealian Dragon Balls from the Shugarian populace and the other from Onaito, and then summons Toranbo. Yes, you only need 2 Dragon Balls to summon him. Granola uses the balls to wish to become the strongest warrior in the universe, basically the strongest mortal. However, Toranbo explains that this wish would shorten the remaining 150 years of his lifespan to just 3. Granola goes along with it, and the wish is granted. Later, Alec from the Heaters family gathers the 2 Cerulean Dragon Balls and summons Taranbo. He wishes for his brother Gas to become the strongest mortal in the universe, and this wish is also granted. Moving on to the superhero saga, when Piccolo asks Dende if he can unlock his potential like Grand Elder Guru once did for Gohan. Dende explains that he's unable to do so, but he offers to upgrade the Dragon Balls using special water so that Shenron can unlock Piccolo's potential instead. Shenron is summoned using the Dragon Balls, which Bulma had already gathered, and Piccolo asks the dragon to unlock his latent potential. Shenron grants the wish and even throws in the orange Piccolo transformation as a bonus. As for the other 2 wishes, well, Bulma uses the first wish for a butt lift and the second wish for longer eyelashes. And guys, that's the last time any Dragon Balls were used in Dragon Ball Super, which means it's time to dive into Dragon Ball GT. Now, GT is like Pandora's box when it comes to Dragon Balls, so we're gonna try to keep things simple. The first wish happens when the Pilaf gang summons Ultimate Shenron using the Black Star Dragon Balls, which were created by whatever King Piccolo and Kami used to be before they split. These Dragon Balls are far more powerful and dangerous than the Earth's regular Dragon Balls. Pilaf wants to finally get his wish of world domination, but Goku walks in on them just before they're about to go through with the wish. He beats him up, which causes Pilaf to say that he wishes Goku was a kid. But while this was just a casual statement, Ultimate Shenron takes this as Pilaf's wish and turns Goku into a kid again. The Black Star Dragon Balls are then scattered all across the galaxy, and it's revealed that if they aren't returned to where they were, the negative energy caused by the Black Star Dragon Balls will make the Earth explode within a year. That's why Goku, Trunks, and Pan set out to gather all 7 of the Black Star Dragon Balls. When they finally return, they give them to Dende and Mr. Popo so that they can be returned to their original spot. Goku also decides to not use them to return back to his original age because they'll have to look for them all over again. But little did Goku know that both Mr. Popo and Dende were under Baby's control. They give the balls to Baby, who then uses them to wish Planet Vegeta, or should I say Planet Tuffle, back to life. The gang does manage to defeat Baby, but by then, only 2 weeks are left until Earth's inevitable destruction. There's not enough time to find them again. Vegeta proposes moving everyone to Planet Tuffle before the Earth explodes, but Piccolo decides to be the only one who stays behind, because if he dies, the Black Star Dragon Balls die along with him, as he's basically the essence of the nameless Namekian who made them in the first place. Piccolo then sacrifices himself. Finally, we come to the final wish that Shenron ever grants. After Goku and the others defeat the Shadow Dragons, who were born from the negative energy created by the overuse of the Dragon Balls, Shenron appears without even being summoned. He heals Goku's wounds and offers to grant one final wish before departing Earth forever, taking the Dragon Balls with him. The final wish Shenron grants is to revive all of the people who were ever killed since the doorway to hell was opened during the Super 17 saga. After granting this wish, Shenron takes Goku and flies away. And well, that was the goodbye. Click on this video next, where I'm analyzing all forms of Son Goku throughout the years. Go on, check it out!